waiting on Twitter's earnings report. And again, to me, Twitter needs to get out of this $48 to $52 range that it's been in the last 1 to 2 weeks. If you can get above 50, I'd look for a test on 52. But if you stay below 50, I'd look for a test on 48, and above 52 is looking for a move up towards 55. Below 48 is looking for a move down towards 45. So just a pretty simple setup, in my opinion, on Twitter that will dictate, do I want to be bullish or bearish on this thing going into tomorrow. $49's going through, coming up near $50. So let's see if you can take out 50. $50 is key for the bulls. You got to get above that 50 to set up the upside. Otherwise, wouldn't be surprised to see this get faded back down. Testing 50 asks here. Need to come above it, get bids above it. She seems to be struggling in getting above 50. See if we can come back up to it again. If you break this 49.50, I think you could see a short trade here. I'm on ask at 49.49 to short. Looked like a 50 reject, so I'll be trading versus that $50 mark. Trying to short 49.49, but looks like might have to adjust. Okay, I did fill, and I got a nice fill. I covered the position. Got kind of lucky there, huh? They filled me the short at 49.49, and I just covered at 45.43. So we saw that 50 rejection. That was pretty textbook. Noted that it seemed to be stalling on 50 and said that it was going to come back down if you couldn't get above it. And once you broke that 48, we saw the flush. So this looks like the short side of the trade. We'll see what plays out over the next 5 to 10 minutes, but wouldn't be surprised if you see this thing move down towards $40. Just going to be watching for rejections at 45 now. So you've bounced from those 43s back up to 45 here. Let's see if you can hold 45. Got to hold 45 if you want to set up for a further bounce. Otherwise, wouldn't be surprised to see it come back into the 43s. Came back below 45. See if you stay below it here like you did below 50. You are staying below it. Similar to the action that was going on at 50. You try to get above it, but you're struggling. Here's another test on 45. but still the ask staying down, came back into the 44.60s. Alright, another test on 45. Let's see if you can get above it this time. Still though, getting those ask down ticks. Every time you're coming up towards 45, those asks are ticking back down like we just saw. Now we're back down testing 44.50. So there you go, another nice rejection up there at 45. She needs to get above 45 to set up a bounce, and this is kind of looking like what might be the setup for tomorrow, kind of that over under 45 setup, where if you are getting above 45, then you're setting up to bounce back up towards 47 to 50. But if you're staying below 45, you're setting up to come on down towards 42 to 40. The after hours low so far is 42.63, so that's going to be a level that if you're below 45, I expect to trade down towards. So I'm just making a note here, at least preliminarily, it looks like over under 45. Where the over would be looking for a bounce and a gap fill off of what is apparently going to be a pretty decent gap down, and the under is going to be looking for a continuation of that gap down. Let's see if you break 44s here, or if you're able to continue to just kind of hang around 45s. Stand under pressure. Looks like you're about to break 44 here. Back below 44, so the bleeding continuing here. So bottom line is, the reaction is definitely negative. No way around that. A lot of things could change between now and tomorrow morning, but based on this, I expect there to be, some decent downside, especially if we can get this thing close to 45 tomorrow, because you don't want to gap down so hard that it kind of takes away the trade setup. If you gap down into these 43s, it'll make things a little bit more difficult, because I would kind of consider 43s to be somewhat of a no man's land on the chart as far as trying to pinpoint, okay, what am I going to trade against and what am I going to target? So, ideally 45, it'll be somewhere around there. Some other levels of importance to reference, if maybe you're above 45, is the 46 to 47 range. 46 to 47 was your low from October 15th. So 46 to 47 could be important. And then below 45, your low to reference is August 8th, 42.51. 42.51 is your low from August 8th. That is Twitter's 3-month low. So that would be your key low on the support side. Overall, though, wouldn't be surprised, if we see Twitter down near 40 bucks tomorrow if you are staying below 45. Above 45, we could have some dip buying go on back towards that 47 to 50.